Fantastic insight there, Coach. With Coach Ferrante here at Villanova Football here on Villanova Sports Talk. I want to talk about the most efficient part of your offense, the rushing attack. David Avit led the way with almost 1,000 rushing yards this season, 9 touchdowns. Was named CAA Offensive Rookie of the Year. Also entered the transfer portal a few days ago. How much did David impress you this season? And as he, looks for other programs, what is kind of the insight on him and what he brought to your team and locker room?
Okay, so the first insight on him that's probably the most important piece of that puzzle and those questions is he withdrew from the transfer portal. So he's still here. So David is staying with us, which is exciting. He gave me that news yesterday. So had an opportunity to talk with him and his family a few times. He was in my office a lot, try to help these guys sort through what is happening out there. And so thankfully David's staying. As far as what he was able to do on the field, that was remarkable because we never anticipate in any position really that a true freshman will come into our program, and not that they won't play, because we're going to play freshmen. We don't have a super deep roster, as you alluded to early in this conversation, where we only have 93 players on our roster versus the 120 plus that some of these other programs have. So our freshmen will have opportunities to play primarily through special teams and things of that nature. But once Rags went down and David was able to plug in there and show us what he could do, he really did a great job. He was able to pick up, the schemes and pick up the assignments. We all have work to do, right? He knows he can get better. He knows he's got to understand the pass protection a little better in the pass game, running routes from, running back position and so on. But as far as when you put the ball in his hands, he's a big guy. He's an explosive guy. He's a really good player. So for him to have 900 plus yards and the number of touchdowns he's had and, to be selected as a CA Rookie of the Year, that's phenomenal. That's phenomenal. That doesn't happen every year where you have that type of player. I think the last CA Rookie of the Year we had was Benford, I believe, he won it. So David's a really good player. He's got great size, got great vision. He knows he wants to work on his speed to maybe have some more explosive runs like he did in the Stony Brook game. I think he had one for 50 plus and 70 plus. So, those are things he wants to continue to add to his resume and do a good job from that perspective. But for David to come in and pick the system up as quickly as he did and then go out there and be able to perform at the level he did was exceptional in our minds. So that's why we're really tried to get him to stay, and thankfully after yesterday's conversation and conversations with him and his family, he's chosen to stay.